Okay, so Lyle needs 200 grams of chocolate. That is 86% cocoa. So of those 200 grams, 86% of those 200 grams is cocoa. And he has one kind of chocolate, hint, hint, that's 99% cocoa, and another kind of chocolate that is 70% cocoa. How much of each kind of chocolate does he need? We need to know how much of each kind. Pick two variables and set up your first equation. Altogether, how many grams does he need of chocolate? Altogether, how much does he need? How many grams? Yes, Shavita. 200 grams, right? Altogether, he needs 200 grams. He needs X amount of one kind and an X amount of another kind. What could be your equation to represent how much he needs altogether? X plus Y equals 200. So X represents how much he needs of the first kind, which is 99% cocoa, and Y represents how much he needs of the other kind, which is 70% cocoa. What could be your second equation? He needs 99% of whatever the amount is. Yes? 0.99x, 0.7y equals, go back to the original question, he needs 86% of the 200. So what would you do? 200 times 0.86, and you can actually simplify that, and that's it. Simplify the second equation, 0.99x plus 0.7y is equal to 172. I'm going to solve this by elimination so I can practice that method. So how would I do that? Okay, this is equation 1, and this is equation 2. In order to eliminate, I have to make the coefficients of one of the variables the same. So maybe I want to get rid of my x's. Well, what is the coefficient of this x? 0.99. So I have to multiply this by 0.99, which means I have to multiply everything by 0.99. It's actually 0.99 times x would be 0.99x plus 0.99y. What's 0.99 times 200? 198. Does everyone understand what I did there? I'm just rewriting the first equation so that I can subtract it from the second equation. I'm just going to write it underneath, and I'm going to subtract these two equations, right? If I make the coefficients the same, then when I subtract the equations from one another, 0.99x, take away 0.99x is 0x, which is 0. Now I'm going to do 0.7y, take away 0.99y. What's 0.7 take away 0.99? Negative 0.29y. What's 172 take away 198? Negative 26. Now solve for y. Divide both sides by negative 0.29. So what's y equal to? Approximately equal to, let's round it to the nearest gram it says. So it would be approximately equal to how many grams? 90. Okay, very simple. Look at the question. You can go back to the original equation. The first x represents how many grams you need of the first type, and y represents how many grams you need of the second type. Well, if y is 90, how many grams do I need of the first type? Plug it in. X plus 90 equals 200. So how would I figure out what x is equal to? Yep, x equals 110 grams. That's it.